All right, my peeps. So today we are going to talk about why you must commit, why you must lean in and commit to your process. A lot of you aren't. I see a lot of you out there. You've got one foot in and one foot out. You're sitting on the fence. You can't be sitting on the fence. You have to commit fully to your process. You can't tell yourself that you want transformation and then you don't make the time to do the things that you need to do. Like I tell my clients, you don't have to do everything all at once. You don't have to plan all your meals all at once. If that is too overwhelming, well, let's start with one meal, just one meal. What is your most challenging meal of the day? Start there. Start being consistent with changing up that one meal this week. If you were to do that, guess what? You're moving ahead. If you were to do that and be consistent with that one change alone would be massive over time. Now imagine if, okay, you were able to keep that one thing and then add something else. Next, well, maybe your water. How much water you're drinking? So now you've got a couple of habits that you're working on being consistent with. And now you add another meal. You've got another habit that you're working on. Now you've got 3 habits. We call it habit stacking, right? You focus on one habit at a time, changing one habit at a time and maintain it. You got to maintain it. And then you add another one and another. They stack up to become big habits, right? Those little things stack up to become big things, right? So the little things do matter, right? The little things lead to big results. But what I'm seeing often, guys, I am seeing a lot of people are just not committed to their process. A lot of you out there are just still on the fence. You've got one foot in and one foot out. You're waiting to see. What are you waiting for? You could be there. Reminds me of one of my favorite movies, The Matrix, when Neo went to the Oracle and he asked if he's the one, and the Oracle says, "No, you're not the one. You've got potential, kid, but you're waiting for something. Your next life, maybe. You're waiting for something." Well, just the same. You've got potential. You've got the potential to be the person you want to become. You've got the potential to live the life you want. You've got the potential to reach your goals, to achieve your dreams. You've got the potential. But like I tell my kids all the time, there's a difference between potential and realizing your potential, bringing that potential into reality. And the difference is hard work. It takes work. It takes discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what you need to do whether you feel like it or not. It takes discipline. Doesn't require motivation. Motivation is what gets you started. Discipline is what gets you practicing those habits, whether you feel like it or not. Who cares if you feel like getting up and go to the gym? If that's what's on your plan, that's what you do. Who cares if you feel like eating the meal you plan? That is what you plan. So you keep your commitment to yourself, because then you are building those commitment muscles. You said this is what you want. You came by, you signed up, you paid a lot of money, and you said you were looking for transformation. You said you were looking to lose 30, 50, 100 pounds, whatever it is. You said you wanted to get your blood sugar under control. You said this is what you want. Then why are you on the fence? Why aren't you all in? Why aren't you leaning in? Why aren't you figuring out, well, what does it take? What do I have to do? Why aren't you getting with your coach and, well, what do I have to do now, coach? What's the next step? What are we going to do this week? What commitment am I going to make this week? Are you doing that? What's your next step? What's the next thing? What are you working on now? That is leaning in. Nothing else is going to get you there. Doing this as, life as usual is not going to get you there. You've got to lean in. There's some of you I'm chasing after. There's some of you I still haven't seen since our onboarding call. I haven't even, some of you I've talked to maybe once or twice since our onboarding call, and that was weeks ago. Why? Because life is getting in the way. I get it. Life is getting in the way. But that is just using your excuse, using your obstacle as an excuse. One of the most important habit we must practice is how not to allow your obstacles to become your excuses. And yes, work is busy, but so what? Yes, your life is busy, but so what? Yes, things are crazy, you're stressed, but so what? Yes, you're suffering from anxiety and depression, but so what? So what? Many people have gone through the same obstacles that you're going through and have come out the other side successful. Why? They didn't give up on themselves. They lean in. They learned to ask for help when they needed help. They didn't sit there and suffer in silence. They learned to ask for help. Because guess what? Everything is figure outable. Every problem has a solution. It wouldn't be a problem if there wasn't a solution. You may not like the solution, but every problem has a solution. And if you're willing to solve the problem, sometimes, guess what? You will adopt the solution that there is, even though it is not the most ideal solution for you. If you're willing to move forward, guess what? We will figure out how to move forward. We will figure out how to deal with your crazy schedule. We will figure out how to deal with the stressors in your life. We will figure out how to deal with your anxiety, your depression. We will figure it out because everything is figure outable. And that is what we're here for. We're here to help you figure these things out. You already have the answers in you. Our job is to help you realize that you do and to help you find those answers within. Right? So I need you to lean in. I need you to stop doing this as if it's just, extracurricular activity. No, this has to be the main event. This is your life we're talking about. So you need to develop a self-care ritual. You need to change your method of operation. You need to change your mindset that everything else is more important than you. Well, that is the old mindset. But that is not the mindset that is going to take you where you want to go. You got 100 pounds to lose. Well, that's a big goal. That's a long-term goal. That requires life transformation. You want to get your blood sugar under control? Well, that is a life transformation. You want to get rid of diabetes? Well, that requires a lifestyle transformation. You got to commit. You got to go all in. You got to figure out, well, what is it I got to do? And you got to do it. Day after day after day. Not one day and then you're off 2 days and then another day and then you're off 3 days. No, it's got to be day after day after day. And we can figure out how to do that by doing small things so that you're able to be successful at it, right? Success is nothing but consistency over time. But you've got to commit. I need you to lean all the way in. I need you to jump down off the fence. I need you on the ground, putting one foot in front of the other and moving forward. Every day you're moving forward. If every morning you wake up, you can ask yourself, what one thing can I do today to be 1% better than I was yesterday? And if at the end of the day you can say, you can securely and confidently answer the question, was I 1% better today than I was yesterday? If you can say absolutely yes to that question, guess what? You're moving forward. It doesn't require big changes, guys. It's not a matter of all or nothing. It's not a matter of, I can't do this right now because my life is too crazy. My schedule is too crazy. I'm not in the right frame of mind. No, it doesn't require that. That's all or nothing thinking. But you got to commit to your process. You got to see where you're going. Who are you becoming? Why is it important to you? You got to know that every day. You got to remind yourself why this journey is important to you, because that is the only way you're going to get there when things get crazy. But you got to commit to your process. You've got to hop off the fence and stop wishy-washy, being wishy-washy about your journey, right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get yourself a journal. I want you to keep a journal. In the front of your journal, I want you to write a pledge to yourself. And that pledge, I want in the very front of your journal, I want you to write my pledge to myself. And I want you to write, I will persist until I win. I will honor my commitments to myself. I will complete my program of transformation. You get that? I will complete my program of transformation. And that just means that you won't give up on yourself. You're pledging that you're going to go all the way. You're going to take this all the way. Okay? So I want to leave you right now with one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite authors, Goethe. And one of my favorite quotes, right? And I want you to really get this. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help you that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from that decision, raising in your favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no one could have dreamed would have come your way. Whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. So I want you to begin the process of committing to your process right now. You got this. I'm Coach Dell. See you next time.